When you lose a manned aircraft in a combat zone, everything changes. The rules of engagement shift. The rescue operation itself becomes a second battle. And that's exactly what is underway right now.
I'm going to tell you something that you won't hear anywhere else on television tonight. This is America at its very best. Air crews go into battle deep over enemy territory, knowing that if they get shot down, the entire U.S. military will stop at nothing to rescue them. Iranian state TV has been showing this video all day, purportedly showing rescue teams here, one of the helicopters taking fire from Iranian police trying to shoot with rifles. So hundreds of men and women right now are knowingly put themselves in extreme danger. There are continued low-level flights over known enemy air defenses to bring back a single downed comrade.
The Iranian regime just shot down an F-15 and an A-10, and every analyst in your feed is talking about what happened. I'm going to tell you why it happened and what it means for the next 72, maybe even the next 96 hours. 2 American aircraft are down. An F-15 Strike Eagle shot out of the sky over western Iran. An A-10 Warthog hit during the search and rescue. 2 helicopters were shot up by Iranian ground fire. Service members have been wounded. And behind all of that, talks are dead. The negotiations between the United States and Iran have officially collapsed. Iran told the mediators they're not showing up in Islamabad. They're not accepting United States demands. Full stop. Now, why does that matter? Because for weeks, Trump has been holding back. Every time someone asked about expanding the strike campaign, hitting energy infrastructure, oil facilities, desalination plants, the answer was the same. Talks are going well. We're giving it a chance. Basically a lifeline, a laurel branch for peace. That was the break on this thing. That break is gone now. So here's where we are. 5 weeks of bombardment, hundreds and hundreds of strikes. And Iran is still standing there saying, we want reparations. We want you out of every base in the Middle East. We want guarantees you won't hit us again. That's not a country that's ready to surrender. That's a country that still thinks it has leverage. They are not talking about giving up this uranium. They are not talking about stopping their enrichment. They are not talking about stopping funding terror, the Hezbollah, the Hamas, the ISIS, the Taliban, whatever groups that they're sending cash to. So this means that something has to change, but they're refusing to offer any changes themselves. It's just more of the same, and it isn't going to get a different result. I'm going to pull this directly via, from various news sites, and I'm going to show you exactly what's happening right now. And you're going to see articles that are maybe half true or untrue. That's up to you. I want you to decide, but this is what I can find right now that is being posted, promoted across the ether. So let's go to this first article here. This is the Washington Post. Two U.S. warplanes shot down. Search is ongoing in Iran for 1 missing crew member. So the Washington Post, they are going to continue to do exactly what they do best, which is spin this in a way that it affects the Trump administration. Now, I'm going to say this. Yesterday was a bad day. Not catastrophic, but it was bad. And for 5 weeks, Trump, Hegseth, CENTCOM, they've all been out there saying we own the skies over Iran. Not a thing they can do. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We're unstoppable. That was the line. Well, yesterday, Iran shot down the Strike Eagle and then hit the A-10 Warthog. So does Iran have something that we don't know about? Do they have some kind of capabilities that we are not aware of? I'm not so sure. I will say this. The A-10 Warthog is a slow-moving, not slow as in submarine, but it's slow, low to the ground, direct with ground forces. So that could be where or how that it was, shot down or caused to crash. That's the context. That's some of the stuff that the articles are not going to go over. The F-15 was shot down over Iran by Iranian forces. It's a 2-man crew, a pilot and a weapons system officer. Both crew members ejected safely. U.S. Special Forces located and rescued the pilot alive on Iranian territory. So we have crossed that ether of boots on the ground in Iran. President Trump never said that he would not put boots on the ground, but there's a lot of people that are going to run with that. Trump said this, he's not going to do this. This is some photos of the wreckage here. You can see this, it looks like this tail piece from the plane, and the search is going to continue.
And so at this point, let's bring in the human factor. You had Lieutenant Colonel Dan Rooney on, who talked about every 18 months these pilots go through proficiency training. That's 18 months. So are they competent? Most likely not. Are they proficient? We hope so. We just need them to make tactically sound decisions. So now the lead of this operation is one of the finest, most capable and professional special operations communities in the world, known as the Air Force Pararescue. Their motto is so that others may live, and they consider this a no-fail mission, meaning they're willing to put their lives at risk and possibly give their lives to bring these men and women home. So there will be a contingent of Air Force pararescuemen who are skilled in recovery of personnel, high-angle rescue, as well as consider them like battlefield surgeons. And they will most likely have a security element of special operations with them, whether that's Navy SEALs, Green Berets, MARSOC, or even U.S. Marines. So they are hunting, searching with full passion, dedication, and persistence to identify the location of this combat systems officer and bring him back to safety or her back to safety as quickly as possible.
And this first 24 hours is super hyper critical. We haven't gotten anything coming out overnight from the White House, from CENTCOM, from military intelligence saying anything about this second crew member, this weapons system officer, sits in the back seat and actually guides all of the bombs and the missiles. We haven't received any word from that, but this is a CSAR level right now. Now, the president has also come out and has warned Iran that they have 48 hours to reopen the Strait of Hormuz as this search continues. He gave them this initial deadline of April the 6th, the day after Easter. Are they going to comply? I'm not sure about this, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if Iran is capable of admitting or turning over any level of defeat. I've got a map here that's going to show the Strait of Hormuz. Here is the current shipping traffic in the Strait of Hormuz right now. And you can see these green triangles here are shipping containers. These are oil tankers that are coming in and around the strait. So, I mean, there are some ships moving in and out. It's not the normal flow of traffic that the world would like to see to lower your gas prices. Could this be temporary? I'm not sure. But apparently Iran has started charging $2 million passage for each one of these. Now, there's a lot of focus on what's going on in the skies with this aircraft, with the F-15 and the A-10 Warthog. But could this also be a distraction of what's actually happening here in the Strait with the United States Navy? We've got a third carrier that's coming to the area, the George Bush, to meet up with the Ford, to meet up with the other carrier that's there. While all of the attention is on the air and the ground rescue, a local Iranian state TV affiliate said that a prize is being offered for anyone able to capture the enemy pilot or pilots alive and hand them over to the police. Iran is running a bounty program. They're mobilizing civilians to actually go and find this person. A regional governor was reportedly offering the equivalent to $60,000 to whoever locates the crew. So this is a very, very intense search because you know as well as I do what the Iranians are capable of if they were to capture this American serviceman. They don't care about their own people. You know they're not going to care about a United States pilot that is downed in that area. And that is where I think President Trump, Pete Hegseth, and the Secretary of Defense and all of his basically counsel right now are under a timeline of pressure to find this one American airman. As of now, the governor of Iran's province there has denied reports that the second crew member has been found and arrested. The IRGC is also denying that they've captured him. So we don't know the status. That's going to be completely unknown right now. This is going to cause a domino effect. The president is not going to play any more games. And there's a lot of people that are going to come out and really dunk on the president. You're going to see posts like this online where all they're going to do, the Doomer podcast bros, are going to sell lots of bad information. And the bad information is there to discourage, distract, and detract from the actual successes that the president has in the region. This is a perfect example. U.S. military aircraft. They can't even spell aircraft, right? F-35 damaged 1. Strike Eagles lost 4. Thunderbolt A-10 lost. Centuries. So you're going to see graphics like this. Now, for me, the first thing I always do is I check where these accounts are from. This is Clash Report. I'll show you how this works. So Clash Report, this is their page here. They're based in West Asia. You see that down here at the bottom? West Asia. So someone is getting distracted by information like this. And this is just detailing out. This is nothing more than Tokyo Rose in real time. Now, I posted a reply here using Grok. Create the image of Iran losses like this image. And it comes up with, hundreds of aircraft that have been lost by the Iranians. But no one wants to talk about this. I also put another question. You forgot the naval losses. Grok replies, good eye on that fleet sailor. The Iranian Navy got hammered in the Gulf. Multiple destroyers, frigates, subsunks, or crippled during the strikes on Bandar Abbas and the Strait. Now, they haven't provided that infographic and probably won't, but that's what you're up against. That is what the President of the United States is up against. We have people in Congress. We have people in the Senate. We have people at every news outlet that is going to continue to spread misinformation. Not full lies, but half-truths. And that's what we're up against. We've got a battle in Iran. We've got a battle here in the United States. We've got a battle with the media. We've got a battle with social media. And there's so many people that would gladly see this pilot captured by the IRGC and really bad things done to this pilot. We don't even know right now if it's a man or a woman. I don't want to say this, but I really hope that the pilot is a man. If there is any word that this pilot is a female, this could be utter disaster for Iran. There's going to be a lot of innocent people in Iran that bad things are going to happen to if that's the case. And overnight, there were hundreds of bombings and sorties ran by the Israeli military and the United States military. They are continuing to soften the targets. They are hitting actual infrastructure now. The Iranian regime has cut off internet. It's going on 36 days. So there's very limited information coming out. But at the same time, they are spreading their own misinformation. This is a one-way street. The next step in this is what I see. Trump was asked if the F-15 shootdown would affect negotiations. His answers was, no, not at all. It's war. Short, direct, and honestly, that's probably the right framing politically. But here's what has to change. Trump has already warned there is much more to follow after strikes destroyed this Iranian bridge. We saw that last night. He's continued to threaten attacks on civilian infrastructure, oil facilities, desalination plants, energy infrastructure. Those are now on the table. Trump has said the war will likely take another 2 to 3 weeks to achieve objectives. That window could have very much been closed. This could be full out, just unleashing hell. Because of missing U.S. airmen and Iran still striking Gulf states at the same time. This is a pressure cooker. And there's the UN angle. The United Nations, the Security Council, is expected to vote today on a Bahraini proposal that would authorize defensive action to ensure vessels can safely transit the Strait of Hormuz. Through Russia, through China, France, this could be a lot of pressure. I don't know what Russia and China are really saying right now about things that are happening in Iran between the United States, but you can bet it's going to be in their best interest. Because the bottom line, yesterday, Iran proved they still have teeth. That doesn't change the overall trajectory of this war, but it complicates the "we've already won the skies" narrative completely. What Americans still missing in Iran? That's the story right now. Everything else follows from that. Smash the like and subscribe button. I will see you in the next one.